Hello all and welcome to the Barrage round here at the Asian Cup 2025 at Ultra Football Alexandria. It is the Northern Falcons against the Tumbleweeds. An early goal to the Northern Falcons from one of the other tables. I'm here with Catherine Palomara.
Hello.
Welcome. Yes, 1-0 early to Elliot Kennedy in his game over Richard Wilson puts the Falcons 1-0 up against the Tumbleweeds. The showcase game here on your live stream is Adrian Grunbach against Nick Brill. It's Adrian Grunbach in the orange and black figures against the brown and blue of Nick Brill. A reminder of the format for the teams event knockout stages. It is a overall sum of games won to determine who wins the matchup. If in the event that both teams are equal in number of games won, it will go to goal difference across all the tables.
And as we see here, free kick.
Nick Brill and Adrian Grunbach, long-term rivals, going back to their early young school days, where they used to play against each other, and now, many years later, meeting in the Asian Cup team event. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the sponsors of the tournament this weekend, Arrow Sport, Bar Conte, Ozflick, Phontabulous, Perth Subudio, and EnviroSun.
Early shot from Nick Brill, just wide. Oh, sorry, been coming back for a free kick.
Don't know quite what that was for, but a free kick nevertheless. In our other Barrage round matchup, we have the Tumbleweeds B team, their youth team, playing against the second place from Group C earlier on, the SG Lions. And the winner of these two matchups will go on to play Jurong Central and Melbourne TFC in the semi-finals of the team event. An update on that second matchup. It is already 2-0 overall to the SG Lions. That fixture is a 3-table contest only, with both teams only having 3 players, unlike the Northern Falcons Tumbleweeds A fixture, which has all 4 tables in operation. We will do our best to bring you live updates as the goals go in throughout the coverage of this showcase fixture. Nick Brill puts it in the back of the net, and the matchup between the Northern Falcons and Tumbleweeds is back to a even playing field, 1-1 each. Lots of action early on, Catherine.
Yes, there is, as Nick Brill just glides up the pitch and gets that shot away. Made the most of his chance. Adrian here looking to make amends after conceding in the first 4 minutes.
And just a quick run through of the respective tables for this matchup. Obviously on your screens right now, Adrian Grunbach against Nick Brill. Robert Green is playing against Frank Kozerin of the Western Sydney Subudio Club. Johnny Ball against Adrian Elmer. And Elliot Kennedy obviously took that early lead against Richard Wilson. A reminder, the Tumbleweeds are a combination of the Western Sydney Subudio Club and the South Coast Table Football Club. Also happening alongside these two Barrage fixtures in the teams event, we have the third place teams from each group entering a plate competition. On those tables, it is the West Table Football Club of Western Australia against... Sorry, I'm just trying to capture... Against the Northern Line Flickers of Auckland, New Zealand. And Adrian Elmer seems to have put a goal in against Johnny Ball, putting the Tumbleweeds up 2 matches to 1 against the Northern Falcons. The Northern Falcons won their Group C, whereas the Tumbleweeds A team were unlucky to come second place in Group A earlier on, Melbourne TFC taking out first place in that group.
Oh, just slightly overhit there by Adrian.
Nick should clear this upfield. And it's a second chance for glory for all of these players, having missed out on any individual successes yesterday in the individual tournaments. A reminder of the winners of those competitions. The Open tournament was taken out by Michael Chung. The Under-20s was taken out by Tim Fokos after a tense, energetic final that went to a shootout. And Catherine, would you like to tell the viewers who won the women's tournament?
Oh, I was lucky enough to win the women's. It was tight there. Came down to just, I think, 2 points on the table because we didn't do finals. Just whoever finished on top at the end finished off, but it was very, very hard competition.
A reminder this afternoon, following the conclusion of the club team event, will be a nations competition between all 4. Oh! Nick Brill puts it just wide up. It is called back for a free kick, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe a... Yes, no, a free kick to Nick. The nations team event will be competed for by all 4 participating nations, being Australia, New Zealand, Singapore and Japan. New Zealand participating in their first Asian Cup in their history. Exciting to see how the newcomers go against the old veterans of the Asian table football scene.
Just a wide shot there from Nick Brill, sending it out for a goal kick. Nick Brill getting a fair few chances over Adrian in these first 9 or so minutes of the first half.
Don't quote me on that.
I think we're going to do this. Thank you so much.
Another update, Elliot Kennedy is now 2-0 up against Richard Wilson. But it's still 2-1 to the Tumbleweeds on aggregate. But if Northern Falcons were to come back, goal difference would play a part. So both players all players should just try and score as much as they can, because you never know, it could count in crucial times.
And we all know how quickly the teams format of Subidio can change, with 4 tables all playing at the same time. And as I say that, Robert Green has gone 1-0 up against Frank Kozarin, bringing the match up 2-all overall. But as you have just mentioned, Elliot Kennedy with his 2-0 victory would put the Falcons ahead on goal difference and see them progress to the next round. So expect lots of attacking Subidio from all tables, looking to expand their goal difference. Many of these players will be familiar with each other, both being Sydney-based clubs, with frequent meetups with attendees from both clubs. Tumbleweeds are a relatively new merger between the Canberra Table Football Club and Western Sydney, as I mentioned before, whereas the Northern Falcons do have history in this Asian Cup competition, winning the 2015 Asian Cup teams event. And they'll be looking to add another trophy to their collection if they can get through the Tumbleweeds first. A shooting chance for Adrian Grunbach. And the defender just in the way puts it behind for a corner, which he will not mind as we approach the latter stages of this first half. And Adrian Elmer on the table 1 has just put another goal past Johnny Ball, and we are all square on goal difference yet again.
So, if goal difference is equal.
Adrian here pressing for an equaliser, which not only would be an equaliser on his own table, but would have large impacts on the whole on the matchup as a whole. It would put the Falcons ahead. All 4 tables are tight, but Nick Brill on the counter. It's opened up for him. That's a good save. As we approach the last minute of the first half, an update on the scores across the tables. 1-0 to Nick Brill here on the showcase table. Robert Green has a 1-0 lead over Frank Kozarin. Adrian Elmer 2-0 over Northern Falcons' Johnny Ball, with Elliot Kennedy returning the favour, 2-0 over Richard Wilson of the Tumbleweeds. And a save. Adrian counting himself lucky it's caught his defender on the way back, otherwise it would have fallen very nicely for Nick to have a counter shot of his own.
Pretty end-to-end Subidio going on right now.
Field goals could come either end of the pitch, but will it be Nick to extend his lead, or will it be Adrian to bring it all level? And it looks like we're approaching the last few seconds of the half. I do not think Adrian has the time to get a shot. And there is the buzzer. 2-2 between the Northern Falcons and Tumbleweeds here in the barrage round of the 2025 Asian Cup. We'll be back with you shortly for the second half. See ya. And welcome back to the Ultra Football Centre here in Alexandria, Sydney for the Asian Cup team event. I'm once again joined by Catherine Palomara. I'm John T. Brenner. Welcome to this showcase match here between Nick Brill and Adrian Grunbach. A quick half-time around the grounds from all three competition matches currently in play. We have the Northern Falcons against the Tumbleweeds, our showcase fixture, 2-2, even on goal difference heading into the halftime break. In the other Barrage matchup, the SG Lions have taken a commanding 3-0 lead against the Tumbleweeds' second team. The scores there were Den Mulia 2, Josiah Jackson 0, Melvin Singh 2, Imogen Hunnam 0, Ashley Tan 3, Tim Fokos 0. And in the plate game between the Northern Lion Flickers and the Sports Table Football Club of Western Australia, it is 1-0 overall, thanks to a 1-0 Hugh Best result against Conrad Mudge, with Nick McNeil and Richard Edison in a 0-0 deadlock, as well as Ian Sampson and Noel Marnie in a 1-1 deadlock. But turning our attention back to this main fixture between the Northern Falcons and Tumbleweeds, or more particularly Adrian Grunbach against Nick Brill. Adrian pushing forward early in this second half, trying to grab that equalising goal that would put the Falcons ahead. I think he's just touched his figure accidentally. And it's successfully forced there by Nick Brill for a throw-in. As always, I would like to thank the lovely support of our sponsors throughout this event. Arrow Sport, Bar Conte, Ozflick, Phontabulous, Perth Subudio, and EnviroSun. I'd like to thank them for their support in putting on what has been a great weekend of table football action. Nick Brill, the throw on goal, it's been called back. Not sure quite what for. Nevertheless, Adrian with the let off and can try and mount an attack of his own. Any predictions for this half, Catherine?
I don't know. Both players look like they can easily score in any situation, so I just think it'll be whoever takes their chances. But I think Nick Brill will probably hold on. He looks to be doing more of the effective attacking between the two players.
I would tend to agree. The higher quality chances have been with Nick, but Subudio is a funny game. And all it takes in this matchup would be just the one equalising goal. And speaking of goals, Elliot Kennedy has extended his lead over Richard Wilson to 3-0. And more importantly, that does put the Northern Falcons ahead on goal difference, which would mean that we would not be heading to a sudden death golden goal scenario, and the Northern Falcons would progress if scores were to stay the same.
I thought this looked like Olympics.
For those of you just joining us this morning, this is the Barrage stage of the team event. Earlier the group stages concluded with Melbourne TFC and Jurong Central securing their top place in their groups and seeing them progress straight to the semi-finals, with Tumbleweeds A and B, Northern Falcons and Northern Phoenix all progressing to the Barrage stage. And I think there's been a goal on another table. Did you catch that, Catherine?
Yes, it is now 1-1 between Robert Green and Frank Kazanin. Sorry. So that puts now the Tumbleweeds up 2-1 on aggregate. So regardless of Elliot Kennedy's third goal, the Tumbleweeds are now ahead. See how Jonty just said, game of Subbuteo can change drastically, especially in team events. One goal does make a big difference.
So a goal on two of the tables would mean a Falcons win if Adrian Grunbach was to equalise against Nick Brill, or Robert Green was to take the lead back against Frank Kozarin. A goal on either of those two tables to the Falcons would see them regain the opportunity to make the semi-finals. Sorry, but as it stands right now, the Tumbleweeds A team would be going through to the semi-finals, and former champions of Asia, the Northern Falcons, would be knocked out. Just here in front of us, Elliot Kennedy and Adrian Elmer, the two winners in the other two games, both working very hard, knowing that an equalising goal could mean... Hang on.
We just go here.
A goal to Nick Brill probably makes the Falcons' task even harder.
Now it's all on Robert Green to try and get that goal to then put it back to 2-2 on aggregate.
A goal to Robert Green would still not see the Falcons take the lead, as we would be all level on goal difference yet again. Lots of pressure on the Swedish-based Northern Falcons player, but here comes Adrian Grunbach.
Oh, good block there by Nick
Still
Brill.
8 minutes in the second half. He has time to come back. And I think that was a free kick. He did just catch the defending player, unfortunately. Lots of onlookers watching on as Greeny attacks against Frank. And Adrian Elmer grabs a third goal in his table matchup against Johnny Ball. Crucial once again for goal difference. A Robert Green winner now not enough to put the Falcons through. And the Tumbleweeds would still, on goal difference, progress even if Robert Green was to grab that goal. Lots of permutations going on. It's hard to keep track of all of them.
I think Elliot Kennedy there just hitting the crossbar, sending it out for a throw-in to Richard Wilson.
The frustration building on his face. Even though he's 3-0 up, he's disappointed. I spoke to him before the game and he was disappointed with his performances so far today. He just felt like he wasn't nailing those 10% chances that he usually does. And they may come to cost him if the Falcons do go down here. And here comes Nick Brill trying to extend the Tumbleweeds' lead. And it's in. It's 3-0, and like that, the Falcons' chances of progressing slipping there through their fingers. The Tumbleweeds came second in their group against the might of the reigning champions, the Australian champions from the AGP, Melbourne TFC. They came second in their group against Melbourne TFC, but they will progress through the barrage round as it stands, where they will likely play Jurong Central from Singapore, if I am correct. But it's not all impossible. A flurry of goals possible, and I think that will be called smashing? Oh, it's a change of possession anyway. Falcons will probably be slightly disappointed in their performances in this team's event. We're probably hoping to make it to at least the semi-finals, as historically one of the stronger clubs in the Asian Confederation. But the Tumbleweeds, the merger between the South Coast table football players and the Western Sydney Subbuteo, have shown the benefits of such a merger, progressing to the semi-finals as it stands. A reminder of the scores reading down the list as they are currently happening in this matchup. It is 2-2 overall. Sorry, nope, it is not 2-2 overall. It is 2-1 to the Tumbleweeds. 3-0 in this showcase game between Nick Brill and Adrian Grunbach. 1-1 between... Sorry, Robert Green has taken a 2-1 lead over Frank Calzerin. We have missed that.
And
Johnny Ball has pulled one back against Adrian Elmer. Sorry, I finished your sentence there, Catherine. Elliot Kennedy maintains a 3-0 lead over Richard Wilson. So by my calculations, the Tumbleweeds have a 1-goal advantage over the Northern Falcons with 3.5 minutes left and 4 tables in action. A goal on any Falcons table would bring it level and send us to golden goal. So plenty to play for.
See, like we said, couple 30 seconds to a minute and it's all changed.
And I see Greeny with an opportunity on that far table. Unfortunately, he's lost possession. Trying to provide updates on all 4 tables at once is a challenge. Well, you have the footage of your showcase table between Nick Brill and Adrian Grunbach in front of you. And we will try our best to provide updates from the other games. But yes, as it stands with 2.5 minutes now left on the clock, the Tumbleweeds are ahead on goal difference. Great save by Johnny Ball against Adrian Elmer. Keeps the goal difference at that 1 goal margin. Every player knowing that their matchup means something.
Oh, what a save there by Adrian. Just keeping Northern Falcons within touching distance of that semi-final. Very crucial save there.
And now we have 2 minutes left on the clock.
As Adrian's now pushing forward. Got himself in a good position.
And a good blocking flick, but he still has the angle. A slight touch. It did touch the ball, so it is a free kick.
Elliot here's got a throw in front of us.
Scampering around the table.
Yeah.
Doing anything he can to get the ball down the other end of the pitch.
Yes. As we're right down into the last 90 seconds.
And I thought I heard the all too familiar thunk of the goal against the metal bar. The ball against the metal bar of the goal.
Yes.
And I am correct. No, never mind. There has not been a goal. I must have...
Oh, save here by Adrian. Oh no, it's not save. It's goal kick. I think Adrian Elmer hit the post. There's a lot of action going on.
1 minute left, 60 seconds. Can a Falcon grab a goal? Elliot has grabbed the goal and we're all level on goal difference. 4-0 on his table against Richard Wilson. With 38 seconds on the clock, we are off to golden goal. Should no goals happen in the last 30 seconds, I've been told to shush as to not jinx it.
It's looking like now Johnny Ball's 1 goal against Adrian Elmer is going to be making...
And Adrian Grunbach, can he grab one with 18 seconds on the clock? A goal here would put the Falcons ahead. This is the beauty of team events, table football. A goal on any table right now will win it. Oh, and he's just hit the thing. And 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh! I don't know whether it would have counted. We are off to a 10-minute golden goal period. So a refresher on the rules for all of you watching on the stream. All 4 tables will play a 10-minute period, and the first goal on any of the 4 tables would see that team take the whole matchup and head off into the semi-finals. If we remain level after 10 minutes of golden goal, we head off into a penalty shootout between 2 nominated players from the teams.
Also, subs can be made at this time if either team want to change any attacks to see if it'll do anything.
It would be a bold strategy to sub in a fresh finger, as per se. I can't envision any team making a change with the game on a knife edge like it is now. But you are correct, the option is there. And the Tumbleweeds do not look like they are making their change. Their substitute would be Steve Diazanos, who was unfortunate to go down in the plate final yesterday on shots. And the Northern Falcons have not activated their sub, which would be me, at least. I'm not aware of being activated.
I think now it's looking like either Adrian or Nick to put the Tumbleweeds through, and then maybe Elliot to be able to put the Northern Falcons through. However, Adrian on the game that you're currently watching could snatch one, or even Robert Green could look like a likely scorer.
The great thing about golden goal is that all 4 the scorelines do not matter anymore. It is, you can be down 6-7-0, but if you grab that golden goal, you will send your team through to the next round.
Just to think, if Northern Falcons were to take this through, the Tumbleweeds were only 60 seconds away from securing their place in the semi-finals. This is how the game of Subbuteo can change drastically.
It would be a real sucker punch if they were to go down. Having held on to the lead for the majority of the second half, they conceded so cruelly with 38 seconds left on the clock. I've just heard Elliot Kennedy sigh out saying, pressure. And I think that might be a bit of an understatement.
As he is probably the favourite to get the first goal. But we'll see what happens.
And I'm hearing that it's a draw also in our team's place event between Sports Table Football Club of Western Australia and Northern Line Flickers. Both teams, I believe, looking for their first ever victory in an Asian competition. And Catherine's just gone to check on the other result in the barrage round. Who won between SG Lions and Tumbleweeds B?
SG Lions have won 3-0, comfortably taking out all games and securing their spot in the semi-finals.
So I believe they will be playing Melbourne Table Football Club, if I am not wrong. The winner of this game on our screens now to play against Jurong SC of Singapore.
And we have
a false start.
Yep.
We're just adjusting the clock in this lovely facility here at Ultra Football Alexandria. Just adjusting it from the usual 15-minute period to a 10-minute period instead.
As it turns out, every table is keeping their own clock, and let's see how it goes. And we're off.
Remember, Elliot Kennedy did grab a goal 5 seconds into the first half. They'll be looking to repeat the performance.
And it's looking like Elliot is going up the field, as I can see in front of me. as well as Nick Brill down on the screen that you are currently watching.
Johnny Ball has possession in his own defensive half. Trying to commentate on 4 games simultaneously, but we'll do our best. You have the footage of the showcase table in front of you. It's Nick Brill in an attacking position. Elliot Kennedy has ventured into the attacking half, but outside the shooting area.
Looks like Elliot Kennedy is in the shooting area.
Now Johnny Ball, despite being 3-1 against Adrian Elmer in regulation time, has a throw-in in the shooting area.
And I also think Robert Green is making his way
He
up
is,
the
he's-
field. Oh, Elliot Kennedy's getting in the shooting area, preparing himself for a shot.
All Falcons on the attack. Oh, Elliot Kennedy wins a corner.
Corner.
There's a corner on that field. Johnny Ball has lost possession, unfortunately. Adrian Elmer is on the attack now. The Tumbleweeds coming the opposite direction. Nick Brill on your screen as well with possession, I believe. Nope, it is Adrian Grunbach. My apologies.
Elliot Kennedy's preparing for his corner. A little bit frustrated after that shot, but
Adrian Grunbach
ooh,
could have a shooting opportunity, has to wait for the blocking flick as the player did leave the playing surface, but I don't think that's quite what Nick Brill would have wanted. An opening here for Adrian Grunbach as he pulled it just short. The referee on his hands and knees looking for a gap between man and ball, and there is none. It's a touch. A shooting opportunity.
oh, it's a good block, but
Goal! Goal on the showcase table.
No,
Oh,
no.
No.
no,
No.
no.
Free kick.
Oh, he's hit the player first on the ball. Oh,
Ruled out.
oh,
Oh, a controversial
Very-
decision possibly. The replay will be analysed.
that is very controversial.
Was there a touch on the defending figure?
From our view here, it didn't look like there was a touch, but oh well, gotta respect
We
the...
are operating on a camera live stream.
Yeah.
I'm sure the human eye probably has much better resolution.
Yeah.
So we continue in golden goal. Oh, all 4 tables thought the game was done.
Oh, don't know.
Johnny Ball, I think, with a shooting opportunity against Adrian Elmer. On that table. No! Johnny Ball, 3-1 down in regulation time, has snatched the victory for the Falcons. And as I said, it does not matter if you were down in regulation time. A slow dribbler cut across the ball into the bottom right corner. Adrian Elmer thought he had it covered, and Northern Falcons, in the most dramatic circumstances, has grabbed the victory and will progress to the semi-final fixture. Johnny Ball, the 4th ranked player for the Northern Falcons, against the top ranked player for the Tumbleweeds in Adrian Elmer. We'll leave the action with you there, and we will see you in 10-15 minutes time for the semi-finals of the team event. I've been John T. Brenner, joined by Catherine Palomara, and that has been the Barrage round.
Adrian's gone.